Hello all, welcome to my another video, and sorry for the delay that I had. Actually, the last video was quite a 1 month ago, and now I'm back with it, right? I will try that I'll not to have such delays from the future, right? And today I'll be dealing with another very important grammar topic. Actually, this video is in the continuation with the last video that we have on my channel, right? The last video was between differentiation between finite and non-finite verbs, and this video is purposefully for the another step of non-finites, and today we'll be discussing infinitives, right? So let's get started. In the first video of this series, we have talked about that how do we identify and what are non-finite verbs, right? So I would again like to remember or make you all remind that non-finite verbs are of three types, that is infinitives, gerund and participle. And I have purposefully divided the entire video along with one tabules, right? Like this video will be of infinitives, another video that I'll be publishing soon will be of gerund, and the third video in this series will be of a participle. You can refer here for the better understanding of what I'm saying in fact. So let's get started with the first today's topic, that is infinitive. Infinitives, as we all know that it is not the main verb in a sentence, or as I have already explained that non-finites don't act as the main verb in a sentence. So the question might be that what are non-finite verbs acting as? So the answer of this question is non-finite verbs act as the adjective, adverb and noun in a sentence. You can refer to my previous video, I'll give the link in the description and you can refer from that particular place. Second, it does not change according to the tense, person or noun. It does not change according to the tense, person or number in a sentence. Now the question is, if these verbs start changing according to these all things in a sentence, then that will become the finite verb. That is obviously not we are dealing here. We are dealing with the non-finite verb. Now another very important step is how do we create infinitives, because this is a very important phase in fact. So the very easy step of creation of infinitives are, you have to simply add to plus verb first form, or in another word we can say to plus verb base form. You may have this particular table for better understanding. And then now, so for a very important example could be to run, because run is the first form of the verb. Okay, all those who all don't know that what are the base form, to them a simple concept is, as we have three forms in a verb, that is go, went, gone. So the names of these forms are present, past and past participle. And so with infinitive we always use the first form, and that is only called as the base form of the verb. So in the example that I have given here is to run, to play and else like that, right? I hope this is clear. Moving on forward, uses of infinitives. Now again I would like to remember you that infinitives or non-finite verbs don't act as the main verb. I have displayed here for your again a better understanding that what are these all. So non-finite verbs generally act as noun, adjective and adverb. So do the infinitive will also act as the one of the one of the three types in any of the sentences. Moving on forward, the first thing that comes here is infinitives used as noun. Now the sentences examples could be, Sia likes to play and she wants to write. Now a very common misconception that you all have is, if a noun is there in a sentence, then it has to be the subject. This is a very common misconception we all have, right? If the noun in a sentence is there, then that has to be the subject. But this is not the case. The subject may be noun or pronoun. Subjects don't have any other form. This is true. But all the noun in a sentence will be subject. This is not true, right? I hope you all can understand the difference between the two that I'm talking about. Now, in the example that I have given here, Sia likes to play and she wants to write. Likes and wants are the finite verbs. This is clear, I guess, right? Now, the verb that we are left with, that is to play and to write, these are also verbs, but they are acting as the noun in a sentence. Mark my words, these are acting as a noun in a sentence. So this is where non-finites, infinitives play their role, being a verb, but they start acting as the noun in a sentence. So this is how it works. Now another very important thing that as I said, all the subjects have to be noun or pronoun. There is no other form of a subject. With this, the same example that comes is, to dance is her hobby. Here to dance is acting as a subject and is but obvious a noun, right? So this is how infinitives are used as a noun. Moving on forward, infinitives used as adjectives. As I said now that non-finites act as noun, adverb and adjectives, right? So we have discussed infinitives used as noun, and now we are there on the topic that infinitives used as an adjective. Now let's say example, I have no time to eat. Second is that was a game to watch. Third example could be I told you to wait. Now in these all sentences we can see that there are adjectives, and adjectives are not other than the verbs that are used here. Again, at this point, let me revise the definition of adjective. Adjectives are those words, in a very layman language, adjectives are those words that describe the noun or pronoun. Now, keeping this same definition in the consideration, let's talk about the first example. I have no time to eat. Here, the subject is of course I, and then to eat is also acting as an adjective. Now, a very common tip for you all, that how to identify infinitives in a sentence. It's very easy. The moment you see to written plus the first form of verb together, these have the greater chances of being called as infinitives. Now, to eat is used to describe the subject, that is I, and here I is a pronoun, right? Second example, that was a game to watch. Now, here I would like to ask you all that can anyone tell me what is a noun in a sentence? You can comment down your answers to check that it is right or not, right? So that was a game to watch. I hope you all have well answered it right. So the noun of the sentence is game, right? And that's why game is being described as to watch. So to watch is an infinitive and game was the noun. So this to watch was describing the game, of course, and that is why this is again called as adjective. Moving on to the third example that is there, I told you to wait. Now, I is again a pronoun and to wait is an adjective here. And to wait is describing the I, and that is why this all sentence is acting as an infinitive, and to wait is acting as an adjective, infinitive adjective. I hope this is clear. You may have these table for better understanding again. Now, let's move forward to the third type, that is infinitives used as an adverb. Now, adverb, as we have discussed the definition of adjective, let us talk about the definition of adverb also. In a layman language, adverbs are those words that used to describe, modify the verb, adjective or another adverb. I repeat again, adverbs are those words that used to describe the noun, adjective or another adverb. Keep this in mind, right? So now the examples for this could be she reached to gain knowledge. Another example could be her voice is pleasant to hear. Now again, as I have already given the tip that how to identify infinitive in a sentence, the moment you say to plus V1 together, there are greater chances of being called it as an infinitive. So same here goes with this also. So to gain is the first thing that we can say that this is an infinitive, right? Now, she reads to gain knowledge. What is being described here when we say to gain? The verb read, right? The read is the finite verb, but of course case. So to gain is describing the read here. So again, she reads to gain knowledge. So read is being described by to gain. Hence, this is the example of infinitive used as an adverb. Second example, her voice is pleasant to hear. Now, this is a very common and a little bit tricky example, I guess. Now, if you think purposefully and mindfully, then you will get the answers out of it, right? Now, let's talk about the voice. Voice is pleasant to hear. First of all, voice is not a verb, so there is no any greater chance of verb being described here. Leave that. The finite verb in this case is. Also, to additional tip that I should give here is, if any sentence there are no main verb, then auxiliaries, the helping verbs start acting as the finite verbs. Fine. Moving on to the point that we are discussing on. So, voice is not at all a verb, so leave that first. Is the helping verb and pleasant is the adjective. Remember, pleasant is an adjective that is used for the voice, right? And now, moving on further, to hear is the thing that is describing the adjective pleasant here. So, her voice is pleasant to hear. to here is the infinitive and it is describing another adjective that is pleasant. Fine. Now, I hope this is understood by you all. Now, there is another very important thing as we should call as an exceptional case. You can look there for the better understanding. There I should coin out a term that is called as bare infinitive. B-A-R-E infinitive. Now, what is this bare infinitive? I have already told you that how infinitives are created. Infinitives are created by just adding to plus base form of the verb, or in another language you should say that to plus the first form of the verb. Bare infinitives are those infinitives where we don't use to. So what is left is we are only left with the the first form of the verb, and that's it. This is really used very rare. This is not a common phenomena to use on, but yes, this is a case that you should be knowing this. If you have any other example of bare infinitive, you can comment down the section in the comment section, and then we end this video here. I hope you all have understood the non-finite infinitives very clearly. If you have any doubt, you may ask down by commenting. And yes, if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, do comment and share the video, because that gives a huge motivation. Soon we'll be coming with another video of gerund, right? Till then, good luck, Jai Hind, take care.